Hey y'all, welcome back. And I hope to God this video actually works, because I've tried to film 2 other videos on this within the past hour. And one, my phone died, and well, that was like 3 hours ago because I put it on the charger. So my phone died. And the other one, it ran out of room, so it stopped recording halfway through and I didn't even realize. So before I show you guys anything, well, obviously I just showed you that, but I have my car battery on the charger. I don't know if you guys can hear that loud pitch squealing. I put it up here. You could probably hear it from there. Got the battery on the charger. I think it's a bad battery. It's been on since about 10 last night. It says bad, B-A-E, bad. I don't know if any of you have a charger like that. It's a speed charger. It was like $40. My dad bought it. It's his. I have an old school one for like tractors and lawnmowers and riding lawnmowers, not those. God dang, excuse me. I know nothing about these. Absolutely nothing about that charger, so I'll get my dad here in about an hour or so. We'll figure out if it needs a new battery or an alternator. So this thing, I don't know why I'm even looking at it in this video. It leaked a little bit of oil because I turned it over, tried to take the blade off. Yeah, I did that. So, project bike. Yeah, I'm not calling it a project bike anymore. This bike is now named the Cruiser. Specifically because that's about all it does, is just cruise around. It's really fun. I was confused for a minute. Here, sitting on a bucket, like traditional engine heads or whatever. I was confused for a minute because when I first fired it up, I was at a dead stop and it wouldn't go forward. I'm like, why is it not going forward? The spindle, it's a friction drive, so the spindle was just bending on the tire. I'm like, why is it not going? And I watched the bike bury assembly video again for the second time. It took me one watch of the video to actually put this on, plus just basic knowledge. Oh, it's 3 bolts there, that goes there. This obviously hooks to the engine since it has a clutch on it. You know, it's not that hard. I bought this kit because small, quiet, legal. It's legal. Yes, I just said that. Probably the one thing in here that I have that is actually legal for me to drive on the road. I could get a license plate for that, but I'd also have to get a horn, a headlight, and turn signals. That I drive on the road. Focus, you fuck. I drive that on the road. Not legal, I don't have a license. Not legal, 80cc. This is a 37.7cc, or I just call it 40. 38. Close enough to 40. But it's legal. So if a cop pulls me over and is being a total dick, I say, hey, it's legal. Look it up. Anything under 49 cc's is legal. One of these dudes that lives by my house has a Predator 212 bike. He put a 49cc sticker on the side of it. And this is one of my neighbors, that lives in back of that guy back there. He has, he put a 49cc sticker on it and got pulled over. And the cop just knew it was fake. And, he got that bike taken away from him. He got it back, I'm not sure how. I think he had to pay a fee. My God, I'm really close to this thing. So let me tell you a little bit about this thing. It's a centrifugal clutch friction drive 4-stroke 38 cc's. Right now I can't go over half throttle for the first 100 miles. They claim it gets 100 miles per gallon, which I could maybe. I've used a little bit under a quarter of a tank, going about 5, maybe 6 miles around the neighborhood. But of course it's in break-in period, so excuse me. I don't know if it'll get better like that. After about 250 miles, it's actually now getting 100 to 110 miles per gallon. Yeah, I said that right. So basically, I also wanted this because it's similar to a 4-stroke weed whacker. Like my dad has a still, whatever you want to call it, 4-stroke weed whacker, and it almost looks just like it, except a little bit bigger engine. 4-stroke, I think it takes like 3 ounces of oil. That's it. I bought some really expensive oil. Maybe I could zoom in on it. Maxima break-in oil right there in the red bottle. Anyway, got that. Running that in there. It says just run that oil for the first however many miles, 100 miles or 1 gallon of gas, but I'll change it 2 or 3 times because I don't want any additional wear on this engine because it was expensive. Oh my god, I'm just gonna stand up. That was way too close to that engine. Still a little bit warm. I took it for a ride about a half hour ago. It does pretty good at storing heat, I guess. Little lock and load thing, just like a regular bike, just pull that out and lock it down on the tire, and you have to pedal up to speed and then hit the gas to however fast you want to go, and then it'll keep you there. It's not an off the throttle power like that one is. Like this one, you can be going 8 miles an hour, completely dump the clutch, and you'll be up to like 35 in like 10 seconds. Like it's got some power. Show you a little bit more on this oil up here. Break-in stuff. Real good brand. Maxima Racing Oil, real good brand. A lot of people use the Caster 719 or 729, whatever the heck that is. I use the knockoff brand of that, just the Lucas, a lot cheaper. Lucas is like $8 a quart, and this was $13. Shout out to local motorcycle shop called Cycle Gear in Spokane Valley on Sprague. This guy hooked me up with a pretty good deal. Well, $2 off. It's usually $15 with tax there. $2 off. But money is money. I'll take any kind of deal you give me. Take 2 cents off and I'll be happy. But he did that because I come in a lot for air filters, air filter oil, motorcycle oil, or basically any other super simple thing, only because it's like 5 miles from my house. I could just drive this there. He loves it when I ride that there because 1, it's illegal, and 2, he just likes old bikes. I don't usually drive that there because I have to go on like main roads like Broadway and Vista and stuff, and Sprague, and there's a lot of cops out if it's not a weekday. So, what I love about this engine is I will show you in just a second. Very quiet. So, let me try to start her up here. Break-in period. It doesn't want to run right. There we go. But it idles nice and quiet, and it's like 3 times as quiet as that other bike. And I was just about to hit the kill switch and it killed itself, so. Alright, like I said, break-in period, plus it's getting cold. But it runs perfectly. It's quiet. Don't do this, guys. So there's this plastic cover. The muffler is in there. I'm not going to touch that, but this heat shield, which is, very hot. Very, very hot. For some reason, that's just still hot. Little metal heat shield there, so it doesn't melt this plastic. The spark plug is way back in here somewhere, so you have to take this whole cover off to get to it. Which is no big deal because it is 1 bolt there and 1 bolt back there, and just an Allen key. I think it's 5mm Allen key. Just simple. I've already done it because I wanted to check the gap before I fired it up. Unlike that thing, this has a real air filter. Like, nice foam. Not that cheap, crappy stuff. That's how nice it is. My camera doesn't even want to focus on it. Basically like a lawnmower air filter for one of those Briggs engines. And this thing doesn't want to go back on right. Alrighty, there we go. And just pop that in like a bracelet, actually. There we go, now it's on. Not sure how good it does on gas. I think I already talked about that. But it's a 4-stroke, 49cc, break-in period. I'll do another video on I'll do another video on 100-mile review, which would be right after break-in period. If it gets that gas mileage that BikeBerry claims it does. Sure it does, but whatever, I'll take their word for it until it's over, and then I'll say, you goofed up, you're wrong, or, hey, it actually got 100 miles a gallon right out of the box. Like I said, it takes like 3 ounces of oil, which is quite convenient because you never have to buy oil. I will use regular old Walmart brand SuperTech oil after this Maxima break-in oil, just because it's not worth the extra for a brand that really isn't any extra. It's just like the break-in oil has 2 times the zinc, and that's why it's expensive, and it's also just really good brand. But the SuperTech, I'm going to compare it to Lucas Performance or Valvoline. See, I like Valvoline for that bike because it makes a really good 1090 or 80-95 mix of oil. It's just nice. But this, I'm just going to use regular conventional oil because that's what you use in cars, lawnmowers, and it works. They run forever. They'll run a lifetime. But one more thing I want to tell you guys about this thing is the wiring. So this is, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm comparing it to sex right now. This is a male connector. It goes into the female, just like sex. Pretty simple. And it stays in there usually. I have to tape that too. But I had to splice this wire and this wire, twist them together and do that. Some electrical tape because it came with 2 males. 2 dicks doesn't make a baby. All of you should know that. 2 dicks does not make a baby. If you think that, you're pretty gay. But anyway, had to do that, and it works fine now. A little bug on my bike. Works fine. That's the Cruiser. That's the Octane Addict. I'm just calling that the dirt bike for now, because right now it's the only one I have. The quads, I just call the quads. You know, it's simple. So, damn, how does this thing even get air? Like, I don't even know where it gets the air from. So, it's a nice little engine. It will go through bike tires quicker though because of the friction drive system. It'll wear down pretty quick. I've already seen a little bit of scuffing on this brand new tire. I think I rode that tire about maybe 30 miles before I put this engine on there, just because my other bike, there it is, this one was screwed up because I beat the hell out of the seat. So one more thing, I thought this was quite interesting because the bigger kit of that comes with an extra gas tank. This one also comes with an extra gas tank. So I thought it was pretty cool, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And I don't really think there's much else about that bike I can tell you right now, so see ya.